Well, good evening, and welcome again to the 2012fad.com. I will be your host for this evening, and my name is Charlie Bluehawk. Last night, we talked about can you make soap, and how with very little money and lots of planning, you can put together a little survivalist kit to hold you over until things get better. And there's always hope that something good might happen. I don't want to give you false hope, but I don't want you to give up either. It's a tough call. And thankfully, it's not my decision. It's all yours. So if you prepare for the worst, you can survive the best. Tonight, I thought we would chat about the lab rat. And you wonder why I bring this up now. Well, part of the reason that you and I chat every night is that I hope, in sharing my bizarre, weird, and totally sad life with you, is that you will have had similar experiences. Experiences that you were hesitant to mention to anyone else. And that together, you and I, we could maybe help each other through these bizarre things. As I always tell you, my reasons for being here primarily are A, to raise money for the village, and B, to help you. I've been doing this for 40 years. It's a hard habit to break. I really want the best for you. I really do. I just don't know. And yet so far, getting back to the original topic, not one of you has written to me and say, hey, I saw an automaton. Or, hey, I saw a repeated person. Or, hey, I saw God and she said to tell Charlie, God said yo. Something. Oh, sorry, I'm not supposed to be funny. 40 years of, coffin humor. I'm sorry. I'm sort of putting nails into mine, I guess. The closest thing any of you have ever written to me about is when one person wrote in a comment about my second encounter with repeating people. I don't know what to say. Program glitch. I don't know. So repeating people will have to do. And this person wrote to me and said that sounds like something out of the Twilight Zone. Now, I am not arguing with that at all. I think that's frankly brilliant. But the comment did make me think of one thing. Lab rats. Now, again, yet again, we're going to try to follow a chain of logic, overlooking the truly bizarre and unexplainable occurrences that keep happening to me. Why, I don't know. I wish, honest to gods, I wish they would stop. But we're trying to follow a chain of logic, regardless of how bizarre the events themselves are. And every time I go through this in my mind, the term lab rat keeps coming back. Lab rats are used in medicine because they are physically similar to us. I have no idea why. And their psychology is similar to ours, which, yes, we are first cousins to rats. I'm not going to comment on that. I'm just, I'm trying to restrain myself. But anyway, we and the lab rat are way too much in common. Scientists for decades now have used lab rats to predict what human beings will do in certain situations. Now, we've all seen in movies where the mad scientist has a maze on the table and he puts a lab rat into the maze and then proceeds to torture this poor little lab rat to provoke a response. Provoke a response. Now, that is a phrase I have used myself time and time again with you when I discuss my encounters with automatons, subroutines, programmed people, people who do not seem to actually have a soul, and whose only purpose in this life, or so it seems to me, is to provoke a response from real human beings, you and me. But, I can understand that, okay, from, the lab rat's point of view. I can understand that. But the repeating people thing, I just don't get. I truly don't know. I mean, have you ever had experiences similar to this? Please tell me. I don't know. Perhaps it is a use of Project Bluebeam. Maybe it's it's all psychological testing. Maybe they've adapted Project Bluebeam where it can actually project three-dimensional images of people on the street. That would explain the very gay bodybuilder I ran into on the bus in Wellington, New Zealand, going from Island Bay to the Central Business District. He got on the same bus twice in 5 minutes. Maybe that explains the 4 American tourists I saw here in Europe. I passed them once, then I passed them again. Maybe it's another type of psychological test. I don't know. And I'd really appreciate your input, because I think together we can figure it out. The fact that someone considers us to be lab rats, that's going to take some thought. We'll figure it out. For all of us here at the 2012fad.com, this is Charlie Bluehawk, wishing you a really good day and reminding you, please, keep one good thought. The 2012 Fad is brought to you by Coffee and Blood, Love Letters Between the Dead, a series of 5 erotica horror novels about a fallen angel finding his way back to regain his own soul, and how the CIA war against the human race. Their black magic captures and traps him in the body of a mind-controlled slave designed to hunt down and to kill their god, their Satan.